Hey everyone, Tom Muller here from forexreviews.info and welcome to this week's edition of the weekly Forex Algorithm Review. I hope you're all well and that you had a great trading week last week. Okay, the first pair of this week in the review is EURUSD and I'm on the daily chart. Now on EURUSD this week, what I'd like to highlight is the 122.15 zone area. This is an area on this market that if price action retests this area this week, that I'm interested looking for bullish evidence in this area. And if I see the right bullish evidence in this area, then potentially looking for a move all the way up to this high area, looking left as a potential management point area to the upside, or potentially looking for a move all the way up to the 125.10 zone area to the upside. So overall on EURUSD, holding that if price action tests the 122.15 zone area, that this is once again an area on this market where we're just looking for bullish evidence and a potential move the upside from this important area. Potentially looking for a move all the way up to this high area, looking left as a potential management point area to the upside, or potentially looking for a move all the way up to the 125.10 zone area. Now, if we look left at the 122.15 zone area, you can see this is an area that has acted as strong support, looking left back here, and back here in the past. And also this is an area that I've highlighted in multiple previous reviews on this market. It's given a lot of nice opportunities to the upside from this important zone. So highlighting that once again, this is a great area to look for a potential bullish opportunity on this market. Okay, well that's that market. Okay, next pair I'd like to highlight is GBUSD and I'm on the daily chart. Now GBUSD tested deeply that high area last week. And as you can see, price action came deep into this area before the bears took control and gave a really nice move to the downside from this important area. This high area was an area that held as a potential bearish evidence area on this market. So overall, GBUSD, while it did test this area quite deeply last week, it was a nice performing market, giving a strong move to the downside from that bearish evidence zone area last week, all the way down to that low area. So for all those people holding a sell position on this market, be aware that this low area could act as support. So this is a great management point area on this market, where price is just starting to test this low area right now. So a great area to take off partial profits or to lock in trade at break even. How potentially this market may continue all the way down to the 138 zone area. And the 138 zone area is not only a great long-term target area to the downside for all those people holding a sell position on this market, but it's also an area to the downside where I'm interested looking for bullish evidence in this area. And if I see the right bullish evidence in this area, like I go into training, then potentially looking for a move all the way up to this low, looking left as a potential management point area to the upside, or potentially looking for a move all the way back up to the 142.33 zone area, which is that previous major high on this market. So overall on GBUSD, on this market did hold that bearish evidence area, even though it did test that area quite deeply last week in price action, and highlighting that where price action is right now is a management point area for all those people holding a sell position on this market, and also holding a long-term target area to the downside, which is the 138 zone area, and also holding the 138 zone area as an area to the downside where I'm interested looking for bullish evidence and a potential move the upside from this important area as well. Okay, well that's that market. Okay, next pair I'd like to highlight is New Zealand USD, and I'm on the daily chart. Now, New Zealand USD was a great performer last week for all those people that took a sell position at the 73.75 zone area, such as myself. This was an area that highlights a potential bearish evidence area on this market in previous reviews. And as you can see, this market gave a strong decline from this important zone last week, all the way down to the 72 zone area. So overall, this market was once again a great performer last week, and it's been a great performer over many weeks of price action trading, holding the 72 zone area as a potential bullish evidence area, as you can see looking left back here, and now recently holding the 73.75 zone area. So what I'd like to hold in this market this week is that the 72 zone area is a great target area for all those people holding a sell position on this market, and it's also an area on this market where I'm just looking for bullish evidence in this area, And if I see that right bullish evidence in this area, then potentially looking for a move all the way up to this high area, looking left as a potential management point area to the upside, or this high area as another management point area to the upside, or potentially looking for a move all the way up to the 73-75 zone area to the upside. So overall on this market this week, this market performed really well in price action last week, giving a strong decline from the 73-75 zone area, and also holding the 72 zone area as a great target area to the downside for all those people holding a sell position on this market, and also holding the 72 zone area as not only a great target area to the downside for all those people holding a sell position, but also an area on this market where I'm just looking for bullish evidence and a potential move the upside from this important area. Okay, well that's that market. Okay, next pair I'd like to highlight is US JAPY, and I'm on the daily chart. Now in US JAPY this week, what I'd like to highlight is much the same as the previous review of this market, and that is the 108.32 zone area. This is an area on this market that if price action tests this area this week, that I'm interested looking for bearish evidence in this area. And if I see that right bearish evidence in this area, like I go in training, then potentially looking for a move all the way down to this low and high area, looking left as a potential management point area to the downside, or potentially looking for a move all the way down to the 105.92 zone area, or potentially even lower on this market in the trend. So overall on US JAPY, on the 108.32 zone area as an area that if price action tests this area this week or in the near future, that it's an area on this market where I'm just looking for bearish evidence and a potential move to the downside from this important area. Okay, well that's that market. Okay, next pair I'd like to highlight is US Swiss, and I'm on the daily chart. Now in US Swiss this week, what I'd like to highlight is where price action is testing right now, which is the 97 zone area. At the moment, price action is testing deep in this area. However, what I'd like to highlight in this market, that this is still an area on this market where I'm just looking for bearish evidence in this area. And if the right sort of bearish evidence forms in this area, then potentially looking for a move all the way down to this low and high area, looking left as a potential management point area to the downside, or potentially looking for a move all the way down to the 94.45 zone area to the downside. So overall on this market, at the moment, this market is testing deep in the 97 zone area. However, that this is still an area on this market where I'm just looking for bearish evidence. And if that right sort of bearish evidence forms in this area, then looking for a potential bearish opportunity in this area. And a potential move to the downside, potentially a move all the way down to that low and high area, looking left as a potential management point area to the downside, or potentially looking for a move all the way down to the 94.45 zone area to the downside. Okay, well that's that market. Okay, next pair I'd like to highlight is New Zealand JAPY, and I'm on the daily chart. Now at the moment, New Zealand JAPY is in an uptrend. Recently in price action, this market broke above and closed above the 77.63 zone area, moving all the way up to the 79.30 zone area before the bears took control and gave a pullback to the downside. And now price action is testing the 77.63 zone area. This is an area on this market where I'm just looking for bullish evidence in this area. And if I see the right bullish evidence in this area, then potentially looking for a move all the way up to the 79.30 zone area, or potentially even higher on this market in the trend. So overall on this market, that where price action is just starting to test, which is the 77.63 zone area, is an area on this market where I'm just looking for bullish evidence and a potential bullish opportunity in this area, and a potential move to the upside from this important zone. Okay, well that's that market. Okay, next pair I'd like to highlight is US CAD, and I'm on the daily chart. Now in US CAD this week, we'd like to highlight is a potential pullback area, which is the 128.27 zone area. This is an area that acted as strong support, looking left back here, and resistance back here in the past. And is an area that if price action tests this area this week, that I'm interested in looking for bearish evidence in this area. And if I see that right bearish evidence in this area, then potentially looking for a move all the way down to this recent low as a potential management point area to the downside, or potentially looking for a move all the way down to the 124.32 zone area to the downside. So overall on US CAD, holding that if price action tests the 128.27 zone area and the right sort of bearish evidence forms in this area, like a garden training, then potentially looking for a move all the way down to that low area as a management point area to the downside, or potentially looking for a move all the way down to the 124.32 zone area to the downside. Okay, next pair I like to hold is GP Swiss, and I'm on the chart. Now at the moment, GP Swiss is in an uptrend, and the zone I'd like to hold on this market is a potential pullback area, and that is the 134.58 zone area. And if I zoom out, you can see this is an area that acted as really strong resistance in the past, looking left back here. And if this market tests this area this week or in the near future, what I'd like to highlight is that this is an area on this market we're just looking for bullish evidence in this area. And if it's a right bullish evidence in this area, then potentially looking for a move all the way up to this previous major high, or potentially even higher on this market in the trend. So overall on GP Swiss, on the 134.58 zone area as an area on this market, that if price action tests this area this week or in the near future, that this is an area on this market where we're looking for bullish evidence and a potential move the upside from this important area. Okay, well that's it for that market, and that's it for me for this review today. Thanks for watching, everyone. I appreciate you all, and I appreciate all the support and the likes and the shares and the comments I receive on a regular basis to the YouTube channel and also to the website. And if you did appreciate this video this week, please don't forget to click that like button to show your support. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to comment below this video. Also, if you haven't checked out the Forex training at the site, such as the Engulfing Trader, the 5-day training series, or the Candlestick training series just yet, we can find out all about this Forex training by clicking the links below this video. Okay, well I hope you all have a great trading week and happy trading.